Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video will be on this beautiful circle neck dress with gathers at the lower part. And if this is the first time of stopping by, do wait to hit on subscribe button, join the family. And to my old subscribers, I say thank you very much for all your support. So let's get straight into the video. So for this video, I'll be making use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric, and this number of yards depends on how big or small your child is. Then I'll be using this satin fabric. I have about 1.5 yards, and then you need your tape, your chalk, your scissors, and that's it. So for this Ankara fabric, I'm going to go ahead and fold mine into equal triangular form. So you see the 2 edges, I just folded it into 2, and I have 2 equal parts, and then I'm going to fold over again in a triangular form. Because I don't want it to be too wide at the lower part, you can see that I didn't fold it all the way to the end like you want to cut a full flare. So this is what we have. So while cutting this, make sure that this area is straight towards you, that is straight facing you. I'm going to go ahead and find where my shoulder measurement divided by 2 falls into, plus half inch stitching allowance. But if you want this circle area on the neck to be inward away from your shoulder, do well not to add this stitching allowance, is unnecessary. So I'm just making sure that what I have there that I marked at my shoulder measurement is what I have at this other point, so that I will have a straight line. So we are not marking in a curvy manner, we are just marking a straight line. So once I am done with this, I'm going to go ahead and mark my bust point. From my bust point, I am marking at 7.5 inches. I do not want it to be fitted at the armhole area. That's why I am marking at 7 inches. So I'm going to connect this line straight. Remember, it should be a straight line. Once I am done with that, I'll go ahead and insert my bust measurement divided by 4. And then I'll add 1 inch stitching allowance to it. You can also add 1 inch for ease if you want that area to be a bit fitted. So whatever I have at my shoulder measurement is what I'm transferring to this bust area as well, and I'll connect the line straight. When you look at it, it seems like it's not straight, but we are just looking at that area I told you that it should be straight facing you. So that's what should be your point while marking this. Don't bother about every other side. So I'll go ahead and connect my armhole at this point. Once I am done with this, I'm going to go down by 0.5 inches for my shoulder slope. And then for my neckline, I am marking 3 inches by 3 inches because I don't want it to be very tight at the neckline. And then I'll connect it round for a round neck. So the front and the back neckline is going to be the same, and then I'll go ahead and connect my shoulder slope. Once I am done with that, we are going to go ahead and measure the length of the gown. Remember, we are taking out about 7 inches from the total length of the gown. So I'll place my tape at the starting point, and I'll mark where I have my length. And also while marking it, pay attention to this area I am now, because that's the shortest part of this fabric. And then I added half inch stitching allowance to it. So I'll place my tape at the beginning part of this folding, and then I'll measure what we have there. We have about 38 inches. So I'm going to take that 38 inches all around from where we placed our tape at the starting point. We just do this so that we'll get a perfect whatever we want to mark. And at this down part, I don't want the flader to be too wide, so I'll just measure about 15 to 16 inches and I'll make a mark there. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect from the bust point to that 16 inches that I marked. Remember, these 16 inches include your stitching allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect this line straight. But if you want yours to be fuller than this, do where to increase your measurements. Then for the yoke, I am marking the yoke. I want the yoke to be 3 inches wide. So I'll mark the 3 inches from my neckline. This is not from the starting point, from the neckline. But because I need half inch to attach the lower side to the yoke, so I took away half inch from it. We are going to be replacing it as we are cutting out the yoke. If you haven't subscribed up to this moment, do well to hit on the subscribe button, join the family, and share my videos to family and friends. Don't forget to wash my ass, please, and give me a thumbs up. So for the yoke, this is it. I folded my fabric into two, so we're going to transfer this to the plain fabric. So I'll fold my yoke into two, and I'll make sure that this folded part is matching the folded part of the fabric, and then I'll place it this way. Remember, we took out 1/2 inch from the yoke to join the lower part, and so we are going to replace it and then add extra 1/2 inch to attach the yoke to the gown. I hope you understand this. So that's why we have 1 inch at this side, and then the shoulder area is 1/2 inch. Then the neckline area, I had that their stitching allowance in mind before cutting it out, so I'm not going to be adding that. So this is what we have. I have 4 pieces of this yoke. So I'm going to go ahead and place this together. I'll stitch down the shoulder areas. You can cut yours without having to stitch down. All you have to do is, once you are done doing this, you hold your shoulders together and then cut out a fabric that is together. In fact, I don't know how else to explain this. So I'm using the same fabric for my lining because I just noticed I don't have lining. I ran out of lining, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch on my armhole and then my neckline. So I measure this lower part and then I doubled my measurement. That's what I cut out here at this plain fabric. I remember we took out 7 inches, so I just marked the 7 inches plus 2 inches stitching allowance. So I'll go ahead and hem this all the way through, and then I'll gather this to the exact measurement of my hem of the gown. So this is what we have after I was done stitching the neckline and the armhole. You can go ahead and make notches around this at this point, and then we are going to go ahead and turn it to the right side. And I'll do the same thing for the other fabric as well. Just like I mentioned, if you have your lining, please do it to use your lining. In fact, I don't like that I use the same fabric for this gown because it consumes more fabric than normal bodies that use the same fabric. But I already started the style before I noticed that I don't have the lining, or the lining I was looking for, I've used it already. So this is a strap of fabric I cut out to make a button loop. So please, where I'm attaching this loop is not where you're going to put yours. Put yours at the lower side of this circle. We're on holidays, so I had a lot of distraction while making this video from my children. So I said, let me mention it. This place I attached it is the wrong part. You're supposed to attach it to the lower part. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch down all around the circle, and then I'll leave one side of it open and I'll turn it to the right side from here. So guys, this is what we have. So I'll go ahead and make notches around this circle, and then I'll go ahead and turn it to the right side. Turning it to the right side is quite easy. So this is what we have. I'll go ahead and iron this out, and then I'll push in about 1/2 inch inward and stop stitch this. So guys, this is what we have after we are done, and the bodies I'm done turning it to the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and then I'll fold it into two. I'll use my chalk to make a mark at the center of the gown. I'll repeat the same process for the other gown as well, for the other body of the gown as well. And then for the yoke, I'll do the same thing. I'll fold it into two and make mark at the center of it. And then I'll open up the yoke. I'll make sure that this center piece matches the center of the gown, that the mark we just, in fact, the two centers that we marked, just make sure that the points matches each other. And then I'll do the same thing for the back as well. I'll make sure that it matches there as well. So I'm thinking of taking out this button loop. I don't know at this point. I'm still contemplating. So once I am done attaching this, I'll go ahead and stitch it down, just like you see me show you guys. So this is what we have, guys. You can see it's coming together. And if you want to make this style without lining, please do well. And all you have to do is to pipe your neckline and pipe your armhole. Then I went ahead to attach the gathers as well. You can see the gather is not too full. That's what I was going for. So I'll go ahead and place it front facing front, and then I'll stitch down on both sides. And that's it for this style. I hope you find value. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you do, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share my videos with family and friends. Please wash my ass, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.